everybody.
There,
Boom.
Ace!
Hey, how you doing? We were saying Ace Frehley
It's
lead
such a
guitar.
pleasure to be here.
Oh my God, the pleasure is ours. Fox 2 Detroit,
Truly
Rock
ours.
of Nations podcast. I'm Shane's in Philly. I'm in Detroit. You got some memories from Detroit, I bet you, right? Some crazy memories. You know, Detroit loves you.
You know, in the beginning with Kiss, people used to think we came from Detroit.
Yeah,
That's right.
I used to when I was a kid. Absolutely.
And then Cobo Hall was a 12,000-seater hall. And when we were playing Cobo Hall on the East and West Coast, we were playing 2,500 seaters. So
Yeah.
go figure.
Wow.
Any favorite memories? I mean, just, or is it all a blur for you at this point? All those years. 50 years, by the way. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm just happy that there wasn't internet back then. We would have all ended up in jail.
Well, Shane, talk about your favorite track on this record. 10,000 volts, man. Shane,
Yeah.
give it to him. Give it to the Ace. What do you got?
Ace, it just hit 1 million on YouTube. I mean, how does that make you feel? That's got to make you feel real good.
Makes me feel great. Am I supposed to get a check from YouTube?
I hope so.
Yeah, me too. But it's a very the first thing I did was I copied and pasted it and sent it to my daughter.
Nice.
Yeah.
So she got thrilled by that. And,
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's nice to see that attention. Everybody wants, can't wait for the new Space Ace album.
Yeah, I just shot the third video called Cherry Medicine, which was shot Friday, and it will be released the same day as the album, February 23rd.
You know, this year has been incredible for rock, and it's going to be even more incredible when your album comes out. We love these Friday single releases. It's a way to rock into the weekend. Ace, this is your best work since your 78 solo album, man. How does it, I mean, do you feel like a kid in a candy store, like just with this magnificent record coming out? You must.
Yeah, I went back to my home planet Jandel, and they did something to my brain, and all of a sudden, I am much more improved as a singer and a guitar player. So I don't know.
Yeah, your voice is amazing. Your chops are killer, dude. I mean, it's some of the best riffs that you've come up with, and you've got some killer riffs, as we all know. Yeah, man.
Thank you.
Ace, going back to Cherry Medicine, where did you shoot that video? Was that at your house, or there's a lot of red?
Staten Island. It was an old mansion with a lot of character, and we set up in 3 or 4 different rooms and got a lot of interesting footage. And I think it's probably going to be the best of the 3 videos that we've released so far.
Nice.
That's awesome.
I liked all the ladies there. Did you actually find the red balloons? Did they get those red balloons in there that you were talking about?
How does everybody know this stuff?
You posted it.
We're diehard fans, man.
Yeah.
There was one scene where we were performing in a room and there was girls dancing in front of us with red balloons. And we also did a shoot where I'm sitting on a couch with 3 girls on each side of me. And I'm looking for the photo because I'll give you a sneak peek.
Oh my God. Yeah. We love it.
Peek. Is that correct?
Yeah, why not?
A sneak peek.
Yeah. That's it.
All right. By the way, this is the first interview. I just had 1 cup of coffee. I'm waiting for my second, and you got to cut me a little slack if
of course.
It's all good.
I'm not pronouncing a word correctly.
You're like me. I need 2 cups of coffee minimum.
At least.
Tell me about it.
Oh man.
And sometimes 3 before a show.
Yeah.
But I'm looking for the photograph. Here it is.
All
Yeah.
right. Can't wait to check this out.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wait,
Okay.
Oh wait, that
that
Is
was
that the wrong one?
that was the first. That was the second one. Walking on the Moon. That smooth track, by the way. That's a killer groove. Oh
Oh
yeah.
jeez.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
oh man,
Yes.
that's like an album cover right there. That's perfect.
That is
Yeah.
a perfect
Oh, yeah.
album cover.
cover itself.
That's like Beatles-esque, you know. Well, minus maybe the ladies.
That's
Got
Yeah,
like
the
it's like
Beatles
Electric
as part
Ladyland
of the
there.
whole English invasion.
that's right, man.
That's like Electric Ladyland, Ace.
Yeah, I mean, all those guys taught me how to play guitar. Jimmy Page, Jeff Beck, Eric Clapton, you know, Keith Richards, the guitar player from the Beatles. What was his name? George Harrison.
George.
Georgie.
Yeah.
Jimi Hendrix. I actually ended up roadieing for Jimi Hendrix by accident.
What was that
Oh,
like?
wow.
Oh my God.
That was in 1970. They were performing at a peace concert, and I snuck backstage, and they put me to work. Next thing you know, I'm setting up Mitch Mitchell's drums.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
that's
Dude, that's
beautiful.
mind blowing.
Was
It's unbelievable. Nobody
Yeah.
believes me, but
I know you wrote this about this stuff in your book, but was Jimmy the one? Who was the one that really made you when you got that guitar for Christmas? Who was the one that you wanted to be at that point when you picked up the guitar?
who did I want to be?
Yeah, out of all those guys.
I don't know. I used to stand in front of the mirror and do the windmills that Pete Townsend used to do. I could tell you that. You know, I used to, do some Jimmy Page moves, and Jeff Beck didn't move that much. Neither
No.
did Clapton. But, all those guys, the way they played, a lot of times I had to slow down the turntable to figure out what notes they were playing,
Man.
and
Yeah.
it was just, it was a great time to be alive then, because you got all these amazing groups coming out in a period of a couple of years. And then what happened?
Yeah.
Here we are, 2024,
Yeah.
and we're all the cool new rock and roll groups.
Right.
Not many. You're doing it, man.
Well,
Hey,
hopefully my sound will revive and energize other bands to do the kind of work I'm doing, because I'm not playing very differently than I did back in the 70s and 80s.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ace, your sound is so iconic. Speaking of guitar, you're one of the reasons I picked up a Gibson. This is my baby right here. It's a
Oh, that's the
57.
one I'm planning on putting out
Yeah.
next.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Except
57.
you got to change everything that's black on there. You got to change it to cream.
Right, cream.
Yep.
Okay, and then do you change the pickups too, or you have the was it single coils, or you don't do the
I
humbuckers,
use
right?
DiMarzios.
Okay,
I
nice. I
take
may have
off
to.
the covers. I put
Yeah.
a cream pickguard, cream
Nice.
brackets, cream pickup. I even put cream plates on the back.
Oh, that's cool.
The circular one and the one that covers the volume
Yeah.
and tone controls.
I might have to change mine out just to try to get some of that sound you got. That's cool.
I mean,
But
it wouldn't be that expensive to do.
yeah.
Right.
What is it about the
And
Les
just
Paul?
come back
Oh, go
to a show and I'll autograph it for you. And then
oh my God.
triple in value.
You got it. You got it. Absolutely. I'm going to look up those parts right now online. What was it about the Les Paul that made you pick that up? And like, what is it about that sound? Is it the feel? Like,
The first day I picked up a Les Paul and plugged it into a Marshall amp, it was like love at first sight. I mean, I don't know if that's love at first sight or love at first hearing.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to verbalize exactly what happened, but all I wanted to do was to play on 10 and blast blast everybody else away. It was wonderful. You know, it took me years and years to develop my technique. What, 40, 50 years I've been playing now?
Oh my God.
Actually 60, because I'm
Wow.
72 and I picked up a guitar when I was 13. So maybe it's 49, 60, 59 years or 60.
Wow.
I don't know. I can't keep track. But
Man.
yesterday was the Library of Congress's said that it was Kiss's 50th anniversary.
Yeah.
Or was it 2 days ago?
It was
It was
2 days,
yeah.
Ace, but no, that's what did any of those guys reach out to you? You know, the 50 years of Kiss, February 1974. Did Peter,
Oh,
Paul, or Gene give you a call?
nobody reached out to me.
No.
Oh man.
I'd still like to write Paul, Gene, and Peter a little note saying, you know, we did it 50 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Are you you know, I know last time when Paul was on the Stern show and made that comment that was obviously outrageous. I mean, have you guys talked since then? Are you guys all right now? Do you think you would be? I mean, you guys all go so far back.
I don't know what caused or went through Paul's head when he made that statement. You know, if me and Peter performed with them on stage, we'd sound like piss. But it really aggravated me, and I got really mad, and I went on the Ed Trunk show and promised to come back in a month or 2 weeks and spill some dirt. And
Yeah.
then speaking to my attorney and my manager and my agent and my close confidants, they all said, you know, why don't you take the high road? And I did. And I really didn't spill anything that most people didn't know already.
Yeah, well, hopefully it'd be great to see you guys all together. I know like the band's done and all that. And was it tough for you to not be there? I mean, I kept thinking, we all kept thinking, God, you know, at least something, you know? I mean, not to go back into that, but it was like, it just wasn't, it wouldn't have been the proper way to end it without you and Peter coming out at least for something, you know?
Just not the same. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, Peter, you know, Peter wasn't the drummer that he used to be. I love the guy to death. We were always closest friends and partied together, you know, but he's had several injuries and he's just not the drummer he was, you know, way back when. But I mean, he can still get up there and play, you know, 3, 4, 5 songs. There was no reason why when we got inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame that Peter couldn't have performed,
Yeah.
you know, 3 songs flawlessly because, you know, Peter's still got the chops. He just, you know, can't play 2 hours.
That was 10 years ago, I think now, Shane, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ace, would it be cool to just hang with those guys, you know, one more time in private and jam out some of those songs from 74 one more time?
Which guys?
Oh, Gene, Paul, and Peter. You know, some Nothing to Lose.
I really don't think it's ever going to happen again. I think too much water has gone under the bridge, and
Yeah.
I'm super busy with my new career. Just as Kiss ends up winding down their career, which makes no sense whatsoever. They must think it was some kind of master plan that as soon as they did the last show, I was gonna, you know, take over. It wasn't. That wasn't. It wasn't all. There was no master plan. It's just that I was rushing to finish my record because it was 6 months behind, and finally, you know, we just cut some corners, and the album would have been a lot better if I had another month to do. But I'm still very happy with the record. I don't think there's any filler.
Oh man,
And
no.
there's a large variety of songs on the record. You know, there's a ballad, there's a instrumental, there's a cover from a gal named Nadia.
Mm.
Actually, her song is the ending track over the the liner notes for the movie Transporter.
Oh,
Okay.
nice. Okay.
Why not
Very
go
cool.
It's a great movie.
end of Transporter, where, with Jason Statham. That's Life of a Stranger, except my version is a lot different.
Yeah. What the demo back into my arms again, Ace, has been around mid 80s. An incredible song. Hardcore fans like us have been wanting this to come out for so long. What's it going to feel like to get that finally out and about?
Yeah, I pretty much forgot about that song. And then I was sitting in Steve Brown's studio and we were like going through Ace songs. And all of a sudden he saw this demo back into my arms again. He goes, "What's that?" I go, "It's something I recorded 35, 40 years ago." And he played about 30 seconds of it. And he goes, "Wow, this is a great song." I said, "Why? You think we should do it?" He goes, "Yeah."
What was it like working with Steve? I mean, for him to be such a huge Kiss fan, I mean, we saw one of the interviews, I think one of the radio stations to talk with you, and I think it was a Jersey station. He was so fired up, and you were fired up, and like just the way you guys were like brothers. I mean, talk about that relationship and what it's like, working with a co-writer producer on this.
Magic happens every time me and Steve get together. I can't put my finger on it. I can't verbalize it. The first song we wrote was "Walking on the Moon," which you've heard.
Yeah.
And he just, he talked about some lyrics for this song, and "Walking on the Moon" wasn't the last lyric in the chorus. I said, "Come over to my house. I want to rewrite the lyrics with you. We'll rewrite some of the song and call it "Walking on the Moon." And he was thrilled with the final outcome, and so was I.
Man,
Yeah.
that's genius work, both of you guys, man. So good.
Thank
What-
you.
You always like to do a cover. A lot of bands have covered your songs: the Melvins, the Donnas, Red House Painters, Skin Yard. Several grunge bands have covered.
Red House Painters.
Yeah, did you ever hear that version? That's
I heard
wild.
of the Blue House Painters. But what,
The Red House Painters do a really soft acoustic version of "Shock Me." You got to hear it. It's bizarre, but it's good.
let me write that down. I'm gonna look it up after we get off the phone.
Oh,
Blue,
yeah.
what's it called? Red House Painters.
Red House Painters, and then they cover "Shock Me." I think it's online.
That's singular or plural?
Plural.
Red House Painters.
Painters. Yep.
I gotta check it out now too. That's awesome.
The Melvins do
And what song did
Love
they
Thing.
do of mine?
"Shock Me." And it's brilliant. It's really cool. Mark Kozlak, the singer, he was in Almost Famous. He was in that band in Almost Famous, but he
Crazy.
big indie guy, and he always liked to cover the stuff that he grew up on. And that song was a song that he grew up on.
That's wild.
Yeah. But
I
did you?
don't even realize how many people have covered my songs.
Well, there's a lot of
Mind-blowing, right?
grunge bands did. Did you like that whole grunge thing?
Didn't the Foo Fighters cover one of my songs?
Yeah.
I know they
I
did.
forget.
They did Detroit Rock City live. I know that.
Yeah.
I think I remember that, which was weird, interesting with 3 guitars, and I think Paul was there actually. But yeah, they did. I know they did that.
Getaway or on record?
Something.
Maybe I'm mistaken. I have no memory.
They might have done Speeding Back to My Baby. I
Yeah.
know that's been
That
covered
sounds
a
like
lot.
they might have done.
Yeah.
Yeah. But do you like
Yeah.
that when they cover you?
I'm sorry.
Do you like that when bands pay homage to you?
I do it all the time. Every time I do an Origins volume, it's all, other people's material. But it's people's material that influenced me in my 60s. And it's when I was a teenager and early 70s. So I try to keep it within that genre. I'm not going to do a Taylor Swift song tomorrow. Even though,
Hey, yeah.
have you ever seen that video where she dresses up as me in 2015 playing with Keith Urban?
No, I haven't
I've
actually.
not.
I've got to check that out. I like Taylor even more now.
Hey, you got better moves than I got, I tell you.
Nice. Hey, Ace, you talk about origins, those early days in, Shane and I are obsessed with early New York rock and roll, I guess late 60s, early 70s. What was all that like, especially like before Kiss took off? What was it like for you coming up in that, being inspired by that? What stood out to you about New York rock in that era?
Well, I mean, it was a big New York rock scene, and I think one of the biggest groups at the time, even bigger than us, was the New York Dolls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I became really, really good friends with Arthur Kane. We did some shows together. We did some shows with the what's that old girl band with Lita Ford?
The Runaways?
The Runaways.
Some shows with the Runaways. I dated Jackie Fox for a little while, the bass player.
Amazing.
It was crazy back then. It was
Yeah.
I can't even describe what it was like.
Like you said, thank God there was no internet or Facebook or something, right?
I'm working on a second book and I'm trying to capture the essence of what it was like back then, but I'm having trouble doing that because once you put something into words, it loses something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Tell us more about the book. What's the book about?
It's just a continuation of my ridiculous life.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's great.
There's a couple fans we have, friends of the show, that wanted to ask some questions. I have a question from a guy named Randy Smith here. He wanted to know what did you think about the Dynasty album now looking back on it? I know that you weren't crazy about it at the time and that Elder and that whole period. What do you think of that record now?
I always thought it was a good record. I just had sometimes I would sometimes have problems with Bob Ezrin. He was used to working with studio musicians, and I'm not a studio musician. So he expected solos to just fly out of my head, and a lot of times they didn't. Maybe it was because I had a hangover from the night before, or be the whatever the reason. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes me and him just he got frustrated with me. Then I go out and next thing I know, he had Dick Wagner come back and do a solo on one of my good tracks without even letting me know. I only found out until after the album was released, which I
Yeah.
thought was a little underhanded.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
So is
Good.
that's the type of producer that you've tried to get away from ever since those days, right, Ace?
I've always liked Bob Ezrin. We wrote a song together, Dark Light,
Yeah.
The Elder. But we always didn't see eye to eye, especially on The Elder. Even though we worked together and wrote one or two songs, I told him it was the wrong album for the wrong time and it was going to bomb. And it did.
Mm.
But Paul,
Yeah.
Gene, and Bob were convinced this was the record to do for the time. I said, no, it's not. And it's not that it's a bad record. It was just bad timing.
Yeah. Hey, after The Elder, I know you took maybe a few years or so before you put Frehley's Comet together. What was it like? Like, what was kind of going through your mind, like in that break? I think it was right between like between leaving Kiss and starting your solo career. What was your headspace like, and talk about getting into your solo efforts at that time?
It was really tough being the leader of a band because honestly, Paul and Gene did a lot of the legwork.
Hmm.
And a lot of times they did interviews when I didn't feel like going because I had a hangover from the night before.
Yeah.
And, they did press, when I didn't feel like doing it. And, they were kind of workaholics, which isn't bad, but, in some cases it, doesn't represent, all four members of the band.
Did you still keep in touch with any of those guys, Anton? I know we lost
Yeah.
John last year.
You remember when Gene was in South America and he collapsed on stage because he was dehydrated?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
The minute I heard about that, I texted him. I sent him an email. And within 10 minutes, he got back to me.
Mm.
And he said, Ace, I'm okay. Just dehydrated. I just had to take a break. And they ended up finishing the show. But he told me, he goes, Ace, it was 106 degrees with high humidity. And we were in the middle of nowhere in this, rainforest. I would have probably collapsed too.
Yeah. What was it like? Ace, I'm okay. Nothing can take down the God of Thunder. You know that. I'm good. Or is that a terrible impression? That's probably terrible.
I didn't hear a word you said.
Oh no, I was just doing an impression of Gene, like Ace, everything's fine. It's okay. I'm the God of Thunder. Nothing can take me down. You know that. Shop at kissonline.com. I don't know.
Whatever.
I don't know.
No, well, Pete Townsend came out recently and said, like, he's blown away by all these young musicians that are coming online on Instagram, on YouTube, and they're playing incredible stuff, but they're not in bands. They're not playing with anybody. They're just doing solos and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you have any thoughts on those young guitar players and any advice to them?
Well, there's tons of great guitar players. And I remember when I was growing up, I'd go over somebody's house, and this guy would play note for note, Jimmy Page solos and Jeff Beck solos. But when you got the guy in a band, he just didn't have the timing. And he was talented, but he didn't have the concept of he wasn't thinking about a band. He was thinking about what he was playing. And it just didn't work. There's a lot of guitar players like that. And there's a lot of, I saw a ridiculous video the other day of a 7 or 8-year-old girl playing guitar. She's a better guitar player than me.
Yeah, it's amazing. I still struggle learning certain things. I can't do arpeggios to save my life, and I've been playing off and on for 20 years. And it's like, yeah, kids playing this stuff. It's mind blowing,
I'm really good friends with the bass player from the band Plush.
No. Oh yeah, I know them. Yeah, they're great.
Yep.
Yeah, Ashley. I'm real good friends with their dad. He used to be a motorcycle cop in Port Chester, New York, and he used to bring her over my house. I had a 7-acre estate with 3 houses on it, and she'd come over and hang out with my girlfriend, and she was a sweetheart. And then around the time I was doing Anomaly, I came up with that song, A Little Below the Angels.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
So I asked Mike if it would be okay if his daughter and 2 of her girlfriends got up and sang the chorus. We're just a little below, that deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they did it. But ironically, just recently, I had Ashley over here, to show her my studio, and she goes, the day I did that, I decided I wanted to be a professional musician.
Wow.
So that warms my heart,
Yeah. That's so cool, man. Hey, tell us about the studio you're in right now, because I mean, it seems like a very inspirational place for you, a place to relax, like the
Place,
ultimate. Yeah.
place is crazy.
Oh my God. Look at that.
Yeah, I have about 50 guitars in here.
Paradise.
Yeah, this is like my little spaceship.
The little spaceman right behind you there.
And I got another spaceship in there and another one out there.
That's great.
It's I got 3,000 square feet down here.
Mm.
Holy shit.
That's insane, man.
And then upstairs. Well, my fiance has an art studio above the living room, which is probably this size or
Yeah.
big. And 5 bedrooms, 5 acres,
Beautiful.
650-foot driveway.
Are you down there mostly, or do you ever go up and
I
paint?
hang out here a lot.
Yeah.
Sometimes I sit down here and watch my favorite movie, The Wizard of Oz.
Oh yeah, it's a classic.
Oh, it's such a good movie.
I have giant speakers. I have like tannoys up there. Down here, I got what are they called? Atom speakers. The secret behind Atom speakers, they're made in Germany, but the tweeters are radial. They're not circular. And it's less air fatigue, when you're mixing and working. So, you can work maybe an extra hour without your ears going.
Wow.
That's huge. That's like huge for creativity and everything, right?
Atom speakers. I recommend them very highly.
I'll check them out. Ace, have you ever played the Dark Side of the Moon while you're watching that movie? Dark Side of the Moon. They say if you play Dark Side of the Moon and start it right at a certain point in Wizard of Oz, it makes sense. The Dark Side of the Moon album makes sense.
I've heard that. I've never tried it. To me, that's sacrilege because The Wizard of Oz is like my favorite movie, and I wouldn't want to try to listen to something else while I'm listening to The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, that would be tricky.
That movie still holds up today.
Oh, it sure does.
Just like my 78 solo album.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
That's a New York groove, man. I mean, you had obviously of all the 4 solo albums released in September of 78 of the Kiss solo albums, yours sold the best. I mean, you had the biggest single. Like, did that feel at a time when I guess you guys were a little fractured as a band? Did that feel really, really good for you? I mean, what was that like to have like that top solo record?
It felt great. It felt it empowered me to. It actually made me realize that eventually I'd be leaving the group because I realized I was much more creative away from Paul, Gene, and Peter than I was with them. I wrote all those songs, and it was just me, Anton Fig, and Eddie Kramer.
What a grouping right there!
Just writing on the wall. Eventually, I knew I'd start my own band. And of course, Anton was in it until he got the job with the David Letterman show. And that was steady work. So I said, good luck with that. I'll find another drummer.
Yeah.
I got to ask, will you play Into the Night live, or do you play that? I think that's my favorite song of the 80s solo Ace stuff, Into the Night. It's a cool video, old school. It's a great song. Into the Night.
We shot that video in San Francisco. Okay. And I remember the part where the band's playing. That was in an intersection downtown in San Francisco. And I'm surprised no cars crashed into us.
Oh, my God.
because there weren't really a lot of cops correcting traffic. Like they didn't really block off the streets that well. I don't know. It was crazy.
Yeah.
But it's a
Great
good,
album. Great
that was a
song.
good video.
Ace, how do you? I know you're hard on yourself on this, but how do you consider your guitar playing these days? Better than ever?
I started rehearsing more so than I had in the past. So, I'm usually picking up a guitar every day. I'm going over some of the new singles that I'm going to have to perform live. And I'm feeling good. I wake up, I have a couple of cups of coffee. I do a little workout. And then I start working on music or do interviews. I'll probably be rehearsing tonight, down here.
Well, Ace, thanks for taking the time. Shane, did you have another one?
No, I'll have 100 questions.
Yeah, I know. Same here.
What are there any nuggets from that 80s period where you were writing stuff left and right? Are there any more of those that you think you'll bring out eventually?
Bring what out?
Just old songs that you have. You have
I recorded so many songs. I don't know.
yeah.
I might, some of the old Frehley's Comet songs, I might end up re-recording, and do a special best of Ace Frehley pack, with
Yes.
with like 100 songs and
Yes, like a box set.
and I have photographs and videos that nobody's ever seen.
Oh my God.
I also have like outtakes from songs that nobody's ever heard because they were edited out.
Wow.
I
That
have
would
all
be-
real reels from what was that? What was the album that bombed?
Elder.
The Elder.
Yeah. I have all the solos that Bob Ezrin edited out.
Oh my God.
I must have done, a dozen solos and he only used one. So
Oh
Oh,
man,
that'd be
the fans
amazing.
might find those other solos interesting. I love the solo on the Elder, what's it called? Under the Rose.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, like
I gotta
half
look.
of
Yeah.
that solo, I break into Echoplex.
Mm.
yeah.
And I think it's one of the tastiest solos I've ever done.
Man, oh
I hope
man. Love it.
I hope we get a release of that album with your solos on it. I really do. That would be unbelievable.
Yeah.
Awesome. Ace Frehley, man. Thank you, sir. This has been an honor and pleasure. 10,000 volts coming your way Friday,
Yes.
the 23rd of February. Ace, you're the man. Thank you, sir.
But Walking on the Moon's out there too.
It's a good one,
Yes,
man.
sir.
It's a killer. Cool video.
Yeah.
It's fun.
And then like I said, Cherry Medicine will be released the day the album's released on February 23rd. So that's a ways off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then in March, I'm going on a cruise to the Bahamas
Nice.
and do some shows. And then, it's just going to snowball into a crazy year this year.
Are you doing a movie too? If you do a movie, I want to be your stunt double.
Oh, because my stunt double in the first movie was black.
Yeah. I figure I stood a chance.
Hey, I'll ask the director if it's okay,
That's perfect.
You guys have a great day. I gotta go on.
Hey, Ace, before you go, can you do a quick ID? Just say your name and, you're talking rock with Dave and Shane.
I'm talking rock with Dave and Shane.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Hey, this is Ace Frehley. I'm talking rock with Dave and Shane.
Oh,
Yes.
thank
That
you.
dial.
Yeah,
Love you, Ace.
man.
Love from
Ace, love you,
Philly,
dude.
man.
And
Okay.
Detroit.
You
Detroit
guys
Rock
have
City.
a great day.
You too. That was
Ah.
wicked. Oh my God.
Wicked Lester.
Wicked Lester. Brother Shane, how are you feeling?
Oh, that
Hold,
was
hold me.
what a blast. I
I know.
mean, there's a lot of stuff to unpack there. And
A rocket blast.
I certainly hope that because he's talked about that a lot. Bob came in and yanked all the solos off the outer and re-recorded them. And it's a crappy thing to do.
It really is.
But and that was, demoralizing to him, definitely. And to see that stuff still exists gives me hope, for this, the Kiss purist. I'm sure everybody wants to hear those solos in some capacity on that record. I know he was laughing about it, but it's like, that's a big deal because
it's huge. Yeah.
At the time we thought it was him and it wasn't.
Oh, wait, he came back in. Ace hang on.
Oh, he's back. Uh-oh.
Hang on. I think Ace is back and he told you so.
Oh, really?
I think
Ace,
I'm not sure.
No. Oh, no. We better go. Do you want to stop rolling?
Yeah. Okay.
Go.
Yeah, he's gone now. Okay. Yeah, it's just us now. He liked us so much, ladies and gentlemen.
He came back twice.
Ace is back. He told you. Sorry.
Coming to us from his studio in Jersey, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's in Jersey.
It's like a spaceship. We got to ask him a bunch of questions about everything from the earliest days of Kiss to the brand new album.
Yep, and the solo career, then back to the Kiss, then the solo career. I mean, he's put out since I think Anomaly. I mean, gosh, since the mid 2000s, late 2000s, he's put out several records. There, two covers albums.
Origins,
Origins Volume 1 and Volume 2. He's got a Volume 3 that he mentioned that he's going to work on. He said that previously. It's just so cool, man. So much great stuff.
Well, the thing, Dave, that I always go nuts over. He said he's got like 100. Like there's a possibility for like 100 song Ace box. I mean,
which is mind blowing. Yeah,
that drives me nuts because it's like he's sitting on a lot of stuff. He said he's got tons of songs. He doesn't even know what he has, and it would be great if it's kind of like the Eddie Van Halen thing or the Prince thing. You're constantly creating. And Ace is that kind of person. He started out as an artist, and that's what artists do. They create. And it would just be wild to see what's because we had to wait 40 years for I forget the name of this. I'm up to the back into my arms again.
Yeah.
He wrote that in the mid 80s. And we had to wait, 40 plus years to hear that finally in its new form. And where it was recorded in a studio, not a demo. And it's just exciting to see what he's going to do next. It really is. Don't you feel like he's alive? Like,
oh my God. Yeah, just alive and in his element. And, he said that, it wasn't planned that way that Kiss would be done and he would rise up and take over, but
it's happening.
Ship going up into the stratosphere, and beyond. But a million views on 10,000 Volts, the title track, right? Cherry Medicine's the new video coming out. Walking on the Moon's out there. It's a killer groove, I mean, he's in his element, man. And what a catalog he has now. Obviously the Kiss stuff and the solo stuff before, but this record is like, it's the top of the rock now, and I think it's got to be his best since, some say, Trouble Walking. Certainly the best since the first album in '78. Man, it's just so cool. I mean, he couldn't.
Yeah, what was the tour we saw him on? Space.
I think
Invader?
there's a Space Invader tour. Yeah, I want to say Space Invader. Yeah, 2014.
I thought that band was just a crack band, amazing band. We had so much fun. They were tight.
Richie Scarlett on guitar. Richie Scarlett, who went back, I think, to the sort of late '80s with Ace. There, that was cool.
I feel like we're returning to that, and he's his personal life. He's doing amazing. He's engaged to Lara Cove. He's back in Jersey.
Lady. An artist.
An artist. She's painting upstairs while he's down in the studio. 4 years he's been back in Jersey, which has got to mean something for him in the sense that he's kind of home, instead of La La Land.
Yeah.
And because I know that Vegas and California, you can get detached pretty easily just visiting those places. So I can't imagine what it's like living there. But
I know
it's not reality, you know what I mean? And
right.
I don't know, his social media posts, which I guess his daughter's doing. I mean, they're showing him he's having a lot of fun. He's relaxed. He's enjoying his life. It's just so nice to see. It really is.
It's so well deserved. I mean, hell of a career, any life has ups and downs, but a hell of a career, and just like, to be like at a peaceful place in your life, in a very creative space, and space, no pun intended. I mean, we love that. I mean, we love when our idols get fired up for new stuff they're doing. Going out they're doing everything on their terms now. Ace talked about how tough it is putting a solo band together, like when he first, or being a band leader, like when he first left Kiss and did that. But now, I mean, obviously he's well into that and doing his own thing, and the complicated task. I wanted to ask him, just putting together a set list. I mean, so much material, I mean, what a great problem to have, like what a cool, kind of like the box set, like what he was talking about, like what there's so much stuff, and like just going through,
I was blown away that, I don't know, if I wrote a song, I would think if anybody covered it, I would be aware of it, at least somewhat.
Yeah.
At least listen to it. I'm blown away that he didn't know about the Red House Painters cover of Shock Me, which is, if you ever hear it, it is so, it's beautiful. It's about, he turned it into a ballad, and it's very minimal, and it's just an incredible song. It's one of my favorite songs, one of my favorite cover versions. And just to be able to turn him on to that, that's good.
He said, let me write this down. How cool, dude.
Yeah, Red House Painters, Mark Kozolek gets Ace is gonna finally listen to your cover, man. I think that's sweet. That's so sweet.
Because of Emerald Shane making it happen. How cool.
Shane.
I freaking love it. I love it.
It's just, you automatically think that they already heard this stuff. You know what I mean? Like if a cover comes out, I would figure that they would probably get a check for royalties and stuff. Like, what's this for? Oh, it's from a cover from the Melvins. Oh, let me check it out. But I guess that's not the case. There's a lot of stuff that goes on, and he's a busy guy. He's an artistic guy, and he probably just doesn't have time.
Yeah.
Like we do.
That's right.
Oh, look, another song. Yeah.
What? We got to go.
I'm pinching myself, man,
right now. Dude, I know.
I'm gonna like slap myself as soon as I get off the Zoom.
I'm blasting Ace all the way to work.
All the way to work.
Taping the show before work, and I'm blasting Ace all the way in, man.
Yeah, I was showing some video of Ace to my son this morning, and he was like, I have a very similar style. He's like, did he have lessons? I was like, no, he did not have lessons. He's self-taught. And my son's self-taught, so maybe there's a thing there that he sees. I don't know, but I can't wait to see these next generation just take off.
Oh, I know.
It's going to be beautiful.
Well, your son is already killing it, man. He's got chops. Every time you send me a video, it's like, man, he's like, he found his thing and then some. And he's
all because of you. You fired him up. Uncle Dave did.
Nah, hey, man. I played I'm honored to play any small part in that, man. I just love the video. It's so cool.
Yeah, he loves it, man. He loves you. And the other thing, dude, Dave, and I really didn't want to bring it up just because it's so mind-blowing to me that I can't really process it. But I didn't know this, but Ace, going over his book again, I forgot that he designed the Kiss logo.
Yeah.
He was an art student. He got an art. He was doing art, and when they needed a design for their band logo, he came up with the lightning bolt S's. I'm just like,
cool. I know, so iconic, right? I think Paul refined it a bit, but yeah, I mean, it was like, holy crap! Like he did that.
He did that.
Yeah, it's the coolest thing. I know.
It's like,
yeah,
that was an explosion. I'm like, what? Because that's like one of the most iconic logos. It's up there with like, AC/DC, Zozo from Zeppelin.
It's even like Ford or something beyond music. It's just so, yeah. I mean, dude, I'm like, oh yes, this is so cool, man. Love this stuff.
We hope you guys are gonna dig this. We truly had an absolute blast. I love you, man, for doing this. I really do. I can't thank you enough.
You too, man. I mean, it's I always wanted to do something with you. Like when we started working together in Philly, it was like, man, we get the same taste in music, and I said, we got to do something together, and I didn't know what it was, and then this just naturally happened, and it's like, it's just the coolest thing. It's like, I mean, I'm like, there's Ace. We are serious journalists, ladies and gentlemen, but we are fans too, and it's like, I mean, like he's right there. It's like, holy shit. And it's the kind of thing that, it was almost like any Van Halen reunion over the years, rest in peace, Eddie. It was like, you don't think it's going to happen until you're in your seats and they're on stage. It's like, this is going to happen once he did, and then you see him dialing in. And then there was a little bit of an audio, like it took a minute to set up audio. So I thought, well, I guess that's all we get. He flashed on and that's it. No, I'm kidding.
That was pretty funny. But we saw him, he connected, and we got a nice little interview for you. We hope you dig it. I got to come off the surface of the moon right now.
I know, dude.
It's like, I can't really process it.
I know it's going to take a minute.
I think this is one of those that will get processed later on, but
yeah.
I mean, yeah, you met 2/4, you met a half a Kiss now, bud.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And Paul Stanley came by the studio once, and that was pretty cool. He was talking about artwork, and now Ace, and like, holy shit. Oh my God.
You got to be fanboys occasionally. This is our fanboy moment.
You got to. Yeah. I mean, Kiss is like one of my ultimate bands. I mean, Kiss, Van Halen, like, oh my God. Like,
my first records was a Kiss record. I mean,
that's right.
Easily one of my first singles was I Was Made for Loving You, which I didn't know. At the time, I thought Ace was a little down on Dynasty, but he says he really likes the record, which is cool because I think that album has aged fantastically.
Yeah,
I really do. Like, we played it in the car a couple of years ago when we were working together, and there's nothing wrong with that album. There really isn't.
No, it's solid. I mean, it's got everything. I mean, it's people say it was a disco, panned it as a disco record. There's one, maybe two,
one song,
really one. Yeah. And
was Shandy on that, or the next was on that?
I think Shandy was on Unmasked.
Unmasked, yeah.
But and still kind of the same vibe. But kind of going into 80, I mean, that was kind of a cool, groovy. There's a sound there that I always liked.
Yeah.
But I mean, you got Magic Touch, you got Charisma, you got X-Ray Eyes, Save Your Love, I want to say, right?
Yeah.
And Peter's track does have a little bit of a disco feel. Of course, Anton played all the drums except for Dirty Living, I think it was, which I think was maybe Peter's way of saying he wanted out of that life or something. I don't know. But that song's got a killer groove too. Vinny Poncia producing that record. Man, I mean, I've always liked that one. I really, I think there's something special about it. It's different,
I also checked out the first solo record, which I do listen to several times a year, and New York Groove, which he did it was a Russ Ballard song. Russ Ballard, of course. I love the Kiss Argent connection. There's been several of them through the years.
That's right.
Argent,
some good,
is Rod Argent of the Zombies. And Kiss, who would have thunk? But Russ was the singer and guitarist for Argent, and he wrote New York Groove for another band called Hello, and Ace liked it, and Ace likes to do covers. So
Yep.
that one, I mean, I played the ever living tar out of that thing single when I was a kid. And I lent it to somebody, and I have no idea who has it. So if you have it, could you please return it?
Yes, that's right. Ace commands you.
But come on, it's like,
Yeah.
That's one of those few albums from beginning to end that from the entire Kiss catalog that I go to a lot. It's like a Kiss. It's one of my favorite Kiss records.
Yeah,
it really is.
It's so good. By the way, just you hear my Gene Simmons impression fell flat.
I was dying. That was the funniest.
Ace, this is Gene Simmons. He's like, whatever.
That and the stunt man. Well, it's just a great little.
I figure I stood a chance.
I'm looking at his face, and he's going, whatever. He's like, is this guy for real? It was just, it was perfect.
I was just trying to have fun.
No, it was beautiful. It was a beautiful moment.
I was gonna go over because Gene Simmons would say, "That's me," according to comedian Craig Gass. If I did it right,
yeah. But he probably would have said it just like that.
Oh my god. I am the god of thunder. I would shop at kissonline.com.
I'd love to see.
First I thought it was on mute. I thought it was unmuted first.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's
oh shit.
Yeah. I'm crying. I was dying, dude. But there's like a thing. I just kind of have like this dream of those guys all just playing in a garage again somewhere, playing that first album together.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
just like
I don't know why. Not just for us, but just for them.
Yeah.
Nothing to lose, Cold Gin. Which Ace wrote.
Oh my god.
Truly one of my favorite Kiss songs of all time, along with Black Diamond. Cold Gin. Ace was too shy, didn't like his voice, and he kind of had a complex, which I'm so glad he got over. He gave it to Paul to sing, and Ace didn't come around to that, to his own singing one of his own songs until Shock Me. And I guess maybe Peter got him fired up because he had done a couple songs at that point. And he's just like, what the hell? If Peter can do it, I can do it.
Yeah, totally right.
And Shock Me is many Kiss fans' favorite song.
Yeah, the rest ended up being Kisstory. Yeah.
I can't remember how Tommy did it. Can you?
I thought it was similar. Maybe
he tries to do it similar.
Yeah, sang a little higher. Maybe I want to say.
Yeah, just the way Ace does it.
Yeah, but Ace, the way
Ace that New York voice. Yeah,
that Bronx
in
him. Yeah.
But you notice how the New York Dolls keep coming up, huh?
Yeah. When we asked him about the early New York, we had to ask him about those New York days, man. Because I mean, we've talked to like Ross the Boss and the Dictators about that. Obviously, the boys from the Bouchard boys from Blue Oyster Cult, and
Lydia Chris knew. I mean, Jerry Nolan, the drummer, was best man at Peter's wedding, and Ace was really tight with Arthur Killer Kane.
Man, it's just mind blowing. It's just like,
and I forgot he dated Jackie Fox. That's in his book.
That's right. Yeah. The Runaways. Yeah. Very
crazy, man. There's so many connections here. We could go on for weeks.
Oh my God. Well, we're just grateful for Ace taking the time, even went a little bit over time wise. So that was very cool.
Excited for him.
Oh my God. Yeah. So proud, so happy for him. Great record. Just the tracks we heard. Cannot wait for this whole thing to come out February 23rd. Oh my God. So cool, man. So
wait till you hear Back in My Arms again.
Yes.
Ace does a ballad and it's so good.
And there's
did you ever hear the demo?
No, I never heard the demo. I'm going to look it up.
Yeah, there's a
look that
couple versions of the demos online because there used to be bootleg CDs of Ace's mid '80s stuff, and there's a lot of surprises in there. There's a lot of good stuff. It's kind of like VH when they had all those songs recorded early on, and they still haven't been released.
Yeah,
because Diamond Dave won't let them.
I know. Gotta let them out. I think he said there's a quality issue or something. Yeah, let them out. They're legendary.
Yeah. Get them out.
Please.
Give them to me. Give it to me. I might be more room in my house, but give them to me.
You know, we must.
I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of gems still hidden
in
that room that we just saw them in. So
that's the magic of it all. Yep.
Yeah. So
all right. Well, until next time, everybody. Hey, at the end of this post show, play the interview again. Why not?
Play it 3 times.
Play it, yeah.
Play it 4. Just leave your phone on overnight and play it again.
Over and over and over again.
Because we love those hits. Because
yes,
it means that we get an extra penny. Now we're just kidding. It's all about the love.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Cherry Medicine video is coming out. Was the album come out the 24th or the 23rd?
I think the 23rd. I want to say because it's the same day as Mick Mars, that record, the other side of Mars. Yeah, same day.
That's sweet how they do that.
Oh man, how cool!
Coincidence? Conspiracy?
Yeah. 2 space guys.
It's going to be a fun day at the record store.
Oh hell yeah, dude! Oh my god.